Hi everyone, welcome to my studio. In this video, I'm sharing a preview of a full-length oil painting demonstration now available on my Patreon. I'm painting water lilies and the focus is on using color variety within a single value range. A subtle but powerful way to bring depth and interest to your work. You'll also see how I carve smaller shapes inside bigger ones and why I often choose to suggest instead of rendering. It's all about finding that balance. So let's jump right in. I'm just focusing on carving out those darks, okay? That mass of I'm just trying to carve shapes out, basically. I think you can see me do that, and I'm trying to work with some of the things that have happened, organically over here. And you will also notice that I move around. I'm not trying to, paint one lily pad before I move to the next one. That's not what I'm doing. I'm going all over the place, and that is because I want the whole picture to read. I want the whole thing to make sense at once, okay? This is very slow, and for me personally, as I'm doing this, it is extremely meditative, okay? The reason I'm adding cadmium red light is because it's a fairly dark value, okay? So it's just giving me some variety in this dark instead of just going with one shade of blue. That's why I'm doing it. I'm gonna come here, just a little bit of that. You can see how it slowly, just as I make those few marks here and there, it starts to read, and that's because our minds are so powerful and brilliant that we start to make things out of minimal information, really. It's based on all the data that we have collected and learned over our lifespan, I guess. At any point in time when I'm painting, sometimes I start to really either like or not like a painting, and I try not to judge myself too soon, okay? So in this case, good or bad, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to judge it just yet, okay? I might let it sit for a few days in my studio. Things like that, okay? So I don't know if I'm going to complete this little 8x10 in like one sitting. Not sure. You can see how the lily pads, they're starting to look like lily pads, aren't they? It's starting to make sense. They also have some indication on the other side as well. That's what I'm going to do. Just indicate just a few over here, okay? You can see how I'm carefully making marks. I'm not scrubbing it in. I'm making those marks and I'm mixing my paint again, and then I'm going back in. It just allows me gives me some time to think basically between those marks. Let's carve that out. It's a darker value of blue. I want to see how I want to break up that mass over here. But so far, I do like it. I also feel like it is coming together, you know. Do I want the line here or here? How, you could have that line here, just like that, maybe. You know. This is I'm not copying the picture at this point. You know, I'm trying to make it work for me. I am looking at the reference image, but I'm like picking and choosing it. It's not exactly what I'm seeing, okay? So one thing with just that minimal detail. Remember, we started with nothing, like really. That's really cool. That's really good. What I want to do is I want to see if I can introduce maybe a little flower, and I'm trying to see if I can, even if I should. Maybe somewhere in here in the back. That'll be in the center. I need to find the placement if I'm going to. I'm not sure yet, so you know, I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, I'm going to just leave it at that for now. And again, I know my light's coming from the top, right? So in case there's a shadow, it's going to be more on this side. I'm going to go back and I'm going to reinstate some of that water. Okay.